Hello everyone. Today I am going to give a lecture on project evaluation and review technique. So mainly the critical path method involves network analysis, which is implicitly assumed that the time values are deterministic or variation in time are insignificant. So means that here that all the real time values always depends upon all should be in time variance. So we can't going to apply the deterministic values only. Research projects or design of a gearbox of a new machine, various activities are based on judgment. Means real-time projects, so always they are on judgment or probability values. Objective in the analysis is to find out the um, completion for a particular event within specified date. PERT approaches to take into account the uncertainties. In this approach, three time estimates are associated with each activity: one optimistic, pessimistic, and most likely value. And next, time estimates for each activity. That one is it is the shortest possible time in which the activity can be finished if everything goes well, and it is denoted by T naught. Means it is in the given time, so shortest possible time can be identified. Most likely time, it refers to the estimate of the normal time the activity would take. This assumes normal delays. If a graph is plotted in the time of completion and the frequency of completion that time period, then most likely time will represent the highest frequency of occurrence. Pessimistic time, longest time the activity would take if everything goes wrong, and it is denoted by TP. Then the time distribution curve. So here that you can see this is a time distribution curve, right? So this time distribution curve, it mentions that mainly what the frequent time it can finish. So that in the graph x-axis you can see that all the three time estimates: optimistic, most likely, pessimistic, and the y-axis of at what time they finish, at what frequent time they finish the activity. So now next, expected time. It is the average time an activity will take if it were to be repeated on large number of times, and is based on the assumption that the activity time follows the beta distribution. So here that as in CPM, same thing, the what the time duration for the activity. Similarly, expected time will be we have to calculate by using the these three estimates. So these three estimates are given, and expected time will be denoted by TE. From taking this expression will identify the expected time. Next, the variance of the for the activity, it denotes for the length of the that activity to finish by the critical path method. So that is also called the variance. So this will be TP minus T naught whole square by 6. So here that TP is a pessimistic time and T naught the optimistic time. The expected length of entire project is the length of the critical path by sum of the variance along the critical path. So that is once we find out that table as in the CPM method, first we have to identify the overall the critical path duration and then the total float. So then in the total float, which are all the zeros available, so that those activities are considered, and to find out this corresponding, we have to take the corresponding variance and find out the sum of the variances along that critical path. So PERT users have used a certain limit theorem to claim that the probability distribution of time for each event could be considered as normal. Assuming the normality, probability of the project being completed by a certain date can be evaluated easily. So probability of completion of the project duration within some days here. So what that value? So this will be completed, which will be evaluated by the standard normal table based upon the finding of this value. So the main objective here that to find out the completion date for a particular event within a specified date, that is TS, is given by P of Z less than or equal to the D. So here actually Z will be the standard normal variable, and D the day which is going to be expected to complete the completion of that completion date for the given time. So that is due date minus the expected date of completion divided by the project variance. Third procedure is that, so draw the project contract first, then compute the project expected duration for each activity using the formula. Also the expected variance. So here that expected duration for each activity using the formula, this one, then variance, then compute the earliest start, earliest finish, latest start, latest finish time, right, same as in the CPM method. Then find the critical path and identify the critical activities. Compute the project length variance, the sum of the variance of all the critical activities, hence find the standard deviation of project length. Calculate the standard normal variable z. Okay, then schedule time to complete the project, normal expected duration of the project length. Using the normal curve, we can estimate the probability of completing the project within a specified time. Example, probability of completion, project duration in 20 days. Then here the normal curve is that, so that will be given and it will be given to all. So it will be just like a normal standard table. So from that we can find out that what will be the completion, percentage of completion of the that given activity, and it is given by this one. Okay, the standard normal table, distribution table A, and it describes that from z to first decimal, this is the first decimal and this is second decimals. That is, so once for this one example I have taken already. So there from that example I got that answer 0.3015. So 0.30 that equals to 0.3015. Here the first decimal is 0.3 and the second decimal is 0.15. Actually it's minus 0.3015. So 0.3 here available actually means so actually z equals to 0.526. So minus 0.526 minus 0.5 is the first decimal and 26 is the second decimal. Minus 0.5 available here, okay, and 26 is available here. 0.02 means second decimal. Okay, so I add together, so that answer will be 0.31015. It is 30.3015. That is 30%. So like this we have to be do it for the all examples. And this is for the positive values, mainly for the standard normal table with positive values. That is not standard distribution table B. So this is one example I can show you that, and we'll solve this one. So this is the example directly drawn with the network analysis, right? And table shows that all the three times, least time means optimistic time, greatest time, pessimistic time, most likely time, TM, right? And all in terms of weeks are mentioned here. Okay, we have to find out that expected task time and variance of the activities, earliest and latest expected time to reach each node, critical path, probability of node occurring at the proposed completion date if the original contract time of the completion of the project is 41.5 weeks. Okay, so then that this is the example. So here I have already calculated with the one finish the table. If I find the first expected time, standard deviation, variance. So activity 1 to 2, 1 to 3 up to 6 7 given as in the given table. You should prepare the table like this: T0, TP, TM separately, and expected time and variance, and then the total flow. Here that activity 1 to 2, this is given same data, and this will be calculated. This T and sigma square, that is T is calculated from this one, okay, and variance. So I'm just going fast because actually it's going to be because of after this software some directly it's heated and accordingly it's crashed the system. That's just I'll go fast. Sigma square, this is the same as is calculated. Then total float, so total float can be calculated same thing as in critical path method. You can do by finding the earliest finish time and latest finish time. So subtraction of this latest finish time minus the earliest finish time, so you get the total float. Or in another method is that, so this one, so here I am prepared one same thing for the example, the table. So how to calculate total flow directly, that is just by taking the difference between the times at the each and every event. Okay, if you get 0, then consider that path as critical path. So now here as you can see that these two are zeros, 0 minus 0, and this path 33 minus 33 0, and 42 minus 42.8 minus 42.80, both are get 0, means subtraction 0. So that this path, that is 1 to 4 and 4 to 7, I consider this as a critical path. And you know all how to calculate and remaining all these. That is, this will be earlier starting time, okay, earliest status start time, okay, and this 27.8, that is timing expect. These are the expected timings: 20, 7.8, 33, 18, 20, 9, 4, 8, 9.8. These are the calculated expected time. That is t equals to all those three estimates. Okay, from that this is calculated, and then expected finish time. So this is based upon the critical path method. Same thing is calculated all the remainings. Okay, then identification of the this critical path method. So critical path method will be calculated based upon two ways. Okay, that is, one is the subtraction of the latest finish time minus the earliest finish time, or difference between timing at the events. Okay, so you can see that in these all 29 minus 29.8 minus 20, so it is 9.8, not 0. But here 33 minus 33 minus 33 0. That's why this path I consider the critical path. That is, in the this color arrow is showing that, right, this is a critical path. Same thing, you can finish that and find out the these also. This scheduled time of completing the project is 41.5 weeks. So P is less than or equal to D. The probability of normal variable table less than or equal to the date of completion of this activity. That is due date minus expected date of completion divided by the project variance. So from that one I calculated like this: 41.5 minus 42.8. So 42.8 is the one, it is done by the previous this one. Okay, that is 42.8 here, right? From this table, from this network table, I calculated this expected date of completion, and 41.5 this is given in the question. Okay, then this project variance, this is that that is along the critical path. So what is the project variance? Okay, some of those are taken here: 5.43 plus 0.69 from the earliest table. So that is get minus 0.526. So minus 0.526. So from the standard normal table, minus 0.526 minus 0.5 is the first variable, first this one decimal value, and 26 is a second decimals. From that one, so probability of P of 41.56 equals to 0.3015. That is 30%, 30.15 percentage. So it conclude that if the project is performed 100 times under the same condition, there will be 30 times chance and this job will take 41.5 weeks. Okay, that is, so you can see that in the last year. Okay, so here you can see that why I am writing 0.526 I got, so minus 0.5 here, and correspond second decimal is 0.26. So I come to here 0.02, means 0.0 means 0.052. Okay, that's why second decimal is 0.26, so approximately 0.3015. That's why we got the answer this one. Okay, that is minus 0.526, that is 0.3015 equal to 30 percentage. So like this you can do, I will give some more examples. you can we'll see that in the next classes. I'll show that examples also, so same can solve the remaining also. Okay, any questions you can raise in the comments. Okay, and also you can discuss in the Google Classroom. Okay, thank you.